started with something so ordinary that I almost ignored it. A tiny difference. The kind of thing your brain dismisses because accepting it would be far more disturbing than pretending it never happened. My name is Armin. 3 weeks ago, I moved into an old apartment building on the outskirts of the city. The rent was unbelievably cheap. Everyone said I got lucky. Now I understand why. The building looked abandoned even though people lived there. The paint had peeled away years ago. Rust covered every railing. Even during the afternoon, the corridors somehow remained darker than they should have been. The landlord barely spoke. He simply handed me the keys and said, "If anything seems strange after midnight, don't convince yourself it's your imagination." I laughed. He didn't. At the time, I assumed he was just another old man trying to sound mysterious. I wish he had been. The first few nights passed normally. Nothing unusual happened. I unpacked my belongings, arranged my furniture, and slowly settled into my new routine. Every morning before work, I'd brush my teeth in the tiny bathroom attached to my bedroom. Everything felt normal. Until Monday. I had just finished shaving when I noticed something behind me inside the bathroom mirror. A wooden door, old, dusty, dark brown. Its surface was covered in scratches as if countless fingernails had scraped across it over the years. For a second, I simply stared. Then I turned around. Nothing. Only the plain white bathroom wall. I looked back at the mirror. The door was there again. Exactly where the wall should have been. I frowned. Maybe the mirror was reflecting another apartment somehow? No, that made absolutely no sense. I stepped closer. The reflection moved with me. The door stayed perfectly still. I slowly raised my hand toward the mirror. My reflected fingers stopped inches away from the wooden surface. Yet, in reality, my hand touched cold bathroom tiles. I felt a strange pressure in my chest, not fear, confusion. I grabbed my phone and photographed the wall, normal. Then I photographed the mirror. The image showed the wooden door, crystal clear. I stared at the photo for nearly 5 minutes. No editing, no glitch, no explanation. That evening, I called my younger sister. She laughed before I even finished explaining. "You've been watching too many horror videos." "I have proof." "Then send it." I opened the gallery. The photo had changed. The bathroom mirror looked completely normal. No door, nothing. I checked again. The picture I remembered was gone, as if it had never existed. A chill crawled up my spine for the next 4 days. The door appeared every single morning. Always closed, always silent, never moving. Eventually, I stopped telling myself it wasn't real. Instead, I started pretending I wasn't looking at it. Somehow, that felt safer. Friday night, heavy rain. The electricity flickered every few minutes. At exactly 12:17 a.m., the lights went out. Complete darkness swallowed the apartment. Only the rain tapping against the windows broke the silence. I reached for my phone. Its flashlight illuminated the hallway. Nothing unusual. I walked toward the bathroom to grab a candle stored beneath the sink. The moment I stepped inside, the lights returned. Everything became visible again. My eyes automatically drifted toward the mirror. I froze. The wooden door wasn't completely closed anymore. A thin black gap separated it from the frame, just enough for darkness to leak through. My heartbeat accelerated. I stared for almost 30 seconds. The opening hadn't been there before. I was sure of it. Every instinct screamed at me to leave. Instead, I stepped closer. One slow step, then another. The bathroom suddenly felt colder. My breathing became visible. A smell filled the room. Wet earth, old wood, something rotten. I couldn't hear the rain anymore. The apartment had become unnaturally silent. The darkness inside the crack looked wrong, not black, deeper than black, as though light itself refused to exist there. I leaned closer. Closer, closer. Then a sound, very soft, almost like someone whispering from an impossible distance. Finally, I jerked backward. My heart slammed against my ribs. The whisper hadn't come from behind me. It had come from inside the mirror. I stumbled out of the bathroom and locked the bedroom door. I didn't sleep that night. Every few minutes, I thought I heard something moving inside the apartment, not footsteps, dragging, slow and heavy, patient, around dawn. Exhaustion finally forced my eyes shut. The next morning, I unlocked my bedroom door. The apartment looked untouched. Nothing had moved, no broken furniture, no signs of anyone entering. Relief slowly replaced panic. Maybe lack of sleep had finally caught up with me. I walked toward the bathroom one last time before leaving for work. The mirror looked normal, until I noticed something resting beneath it. A small brass key, old, covered in dust. Attached to it was a faded paper tag. Only 3 words were written. "Do not open!" I looked back toward the mirror. The wooden door was completely shut again. But this time, there were fresh scratches on its surface from the inside. And one final detail made every drop of blood leave my body. The brass key fit perfectly into a keyhole that hadn't existed yesterday. The question wasn't whether the door could be opened anymore. The question was, who had left me the key? Some doors are locked to keep us safe, and some are locked to keep something else inside. Until next time, sleep with the lights on. Good night.